Hey guys, it's Kev from the Relic Rescue Crew. So there's some big updates coming for the XP Deus. Today, XP put on their website a lot of the release notes, giving us some really good new information about the version 4 update. I'm going to go through that now with you, and I've written a few things that I think are quite interesting, and we can discuss it. And also, don't forget to subscribe to us, because I'm going to stay with this. I'm going to watch the version 4 updates as they go ahead, and when it is released, we'll show you how to install it on your Deus, and then we're going to start going through some of the features and we'll start learning about them together. So let's stop wasting time. Let's have a look at what they've got planned for us. Alright, so let's start off looking at the new coils. So there's going to be two new coils, high frequency coils. The first one is going to be the 9-inch coil, or the 22.5 centimeter coil, and that one said it's going to be available in March, so that's coming out really soon. And this is going to have three base frequencies. They're going to be 14, 30 and 59 kilohertz. And then the other coil, the double D elliptical coil, says that's coming out in May, so we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for that one. And that's going to have 40, 30 and 81 kilohertz on it. So a little bit higher that one goes. And it also says here that each of these coils has 7 higher or lower sub frequencies. So it looks like we're still going to be able to have quite a lot of adjustment in these new coils as well. So that's a good thing. And another good item that I just want to pick up on with the new coils, the battery is going to be in the stem. Where currently we have the batteries in the coil itself, and we know that's probably not the best way of doing it, because it's a real job to replace those batteries. But being in the stem there, I think that's going to be a big improvement. Yeah, and it also says that these new high frequency coils are going to be much better on small targets. So I think that's going to be a pretty good and pretty interesting change. So let's monitor that one. All right, let's talk about the Mi6 Pin Pointer, the new pinpointer. That's going to be available in March. A couple of notes I've put here. So they're going to. This is going to allow the pinpointer to send signals straight to the Deus and the headphones. So you'll hear it as soon as you put the headphone or put the pinpointer on. You'll hear it through your headphones. This pinpointer, the Mi6, is going to be waterproof to 20 feet. They've added 50 levels of sensitivity, so that's really customizable. That's going to be very cool. They've got adjustable tones on that, so again, we can customize it and make that sound how we prefer it. 2 audio modes. I'm not sure exactly what that's going to mean. It's got a battery indicator, which is useful. It's got 4 programs as well. So that's going to be interesting once again to see what kind of programs they've added to a pinpointer. That's new. I've never seen programs particularly on a pinpointer. And this is a nice feature of World. They've added a feature where you can find a lost pinpointer even after several weeks. So that's pretty good. I'm sure it's going to be used. Those things are easy to lose, and we won't want to lose this one because it's not going to be cheap, I'm sure. So I'm glad they added that, and that's going to be handy for us. Just a little bit of added security there with the Mi6. All right, so the next one I want to touch on real quick. They've added a new reactivity setting, a reactivity of 2.5, and I think this is a good step forward. I think we're going to find this pretty useful. Previously, as we know, Deus fast runs on a reactivity of 3. But many of us found that it just lacked a little bit of depth running at 3, or anything lower than that. You do gain a little bit of depth. So I think they've done some adjustments here to allow really good reactivity. 2.5. It's going to be close, but without losing any performance. And it says here it's a good level of fast and effective reactivity, and it's perfect default setting, which represents good compromise, especially when searching new terrain. So I think that's going to be a really useful setting. Probably going to be a go-to setting for most people, I would imagine. All right, so it looks like they've made improvements, or they're going to be making improvements to a couple of the programs that we currently have, number 4 and number 10. So number 10 is going to be the Goldfield. They're going to improve that one by advanced audio response and reactivity responses. Excellent performance now, especially with the new coils, of course. Then pitch, they've added iron volume and the new reactivity setting of 2.5, which has made it much more of a dynamic program. So let's see how that one plays out. That's pretty good as well. So the next one, they titled Ground Effects here, and I'm reading this. It looks like they improved the ground tracking. So that feature, the ground balance tracking feature, looks like they're going to be improving that. That's what I read into this. Advanced ground tracking, especially on weak or low mineralized soils. Each frequency adjusts to its own ground value. Improved signal processing on difficult ground. So we may see the ground tracking feature more of a feature that we want to go to there if we find it more useful. So let's see what that one looks like when we get it. Okay, another one I like here. We've got some new programs added to it. We always like those, right? This can make a lot of people happy. The new program number 9 is going to be the hot program, which I imagine that's going to be Gary's hot program, because we know Gary now works for XP. This has been a really popular program all around the world. Very good, well-performing program, and I'm sure he's made some tweaks there for version 4 as well to make it even better. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he's developed that and that one on there as well. And the other program, the new number 6 program, is a deep program, and this is a pro setting for locating deep targets with moderate discrimination, specific signal processing. So that's kind of exciting to see what this new program's going to do for us. I'm looking forward to seeing that one as well. So in the section they've entitled Miscellaneous, they told us a couple of cool things as well. So the microprocessor is going to be faster, and the menus are going to be smoother. So that's going to speed and make the whole experience better, I would imagine. They've made the normalization, the signal normalization, target normalization, now a menu feature. So we can select and deselect that. And I think target normalization mode is, now going to be the on, is going to be the default setting. So that's kind of good. So whichever frequency, the way I read that, whichever frequency you're in, your signals are going to be the same. And they've made some changes to how to add and remove coils. And also, this is another a nice one, they've made some higher audio tones. So the sounds you hear now are going to go up to 993 hertz from 120. So that's quite a big range there, from iron all the way up to a good tone. Especially if you develop your own tones, you've got some more customization there, so you can make the tones a lot higher, which is a kind of cool thing as well. Alright, so this one's a cool one that I'm quite interested and excited about. This is the Deus has a compatibility with a smartphone. So this is good news. So it looks like we're going to be getting a new app coming out soon that's going to allow us to map our hunts, add tracks and logs when we find stuff. But the real interesting part of this one, it says here, we can now target and ground data can now be sent via a link to the smartphone. So we can be able to use our phones almost as a remote, where we're going to see the same readings that we do on the remote. We get our VDI readings and stuff on there. That's going to be interesting. I'm hoping it turns into something like that, which will be really cool. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, because I wasn't aware that the remote currently had Bluetooth. Maybe it does. Maybe that's how they're going to do it. So I'm kind of interested to see how this one works. I know there are a couple of apps already that XP have put their name to. They weren't particularly good apps. So hopefully this new one out will be a really good step forward, and kind of a first for metal detecting, I think. I don't think any other machines do this, where we can link a phone to the detector. So this is a pretty cool and good innovation. Okay, I'm also really excited about this one. It's the XY screen. So currently most of you probably know that the Deus had an XY visualization screen that was kind of hidden away in the sub-menus, and you had to fiddle around to get it. Now, they've realized that people kind of like that, so they've added it as actually one of the principal features. And now it seems that we can use this as one of the main hunting screens when we're out there. Which is really good, because it's going to give us a kind of needle that will point either towards good targets or bad targets. And it looks like they've put some other kind of shapes and stuff in there as well. And also, by looks of the picture that they've put on here, looks like it's probably going to show us a ground balance value and our VDI reading when we do hit a target. So that's a really good addition. I'm looking forward to playing around with that, the new XY screen. Hopefully they've tweaked it and improved it from what we had. Already it was pretty good, but that's a good move forward. Well, there's some really interesting information there. I know I'm certainly really looking forward to the version 4 update. I think it's going to really improve what we've got already with the Deus. It's already a fantastic machine, and I think it's going to take us to the next step. So if you want to stay in touch with us and see when we put the version 4 update on, when it comes out in the next few weeks, click on the link as it comes up on the screen now. That way you'll subscribe. Also click the bell icon as well, and then you'll be sure to see any new videos as they come. Also click the other videos as they're coming on the screen now. There's some hunts on there, and there's also some XP Deus program videos as well that I did. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Please make sure you come back, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Happy hunting.